I begin to realize that everything in this world is a lot more than everything that it seems and everything that we've been taught it to be. I feel like a lot of times we view the world in a certain light based on obviously our upbringing and things of that nature, but also society. And I think this limiting perspectives limits us from seeing life for what it really is. And I've been reading this book lately and ties into everything I'm saying called The Kabbalion. And I really, really enjoyed this book, and I enjoyed their outlook and perspective, the ancient Hermeticists, on the idea that the universe is a living mind and that we're all a part of God in a living mind in a way. And I resonate with that, but also it's like the same. I think a lot of times, actually, we're just gonna talk about it. I think a lot of people act the way they do, and people just have different methods of living and things based upon a lot their religion or their sense of faith. So if somebody is Christian, they often have certain beliefs that align with that, and narrow belief system, then you kind of limit yourself from seeing the world in different ways. Like, I literally got into, okay, I wouldn't even call this an argument. This was a one-sided rage. This girl, she got mad at me because I believe God is the universe, and she thinks God is outside of the universe. So with that mindset, you think that God is, or that the earth is hell. So if my perspective, I think the earth is heaven. I think everything is God. So you see how that contradicts each other. But there's no reason anybody should condemn anybody from religion. That just really shows your ignorance as a person, because everybody has the right to see how they see and believe what they believe. I think when people try to overcompensate and make other people believe what they believe, then they don't truly believe it enough themselves, and that's why they're trying to convince other people. But if you really know something, and that's where I feel like it crosses the bridge from belief to knowing. When you know something, then it is a part of you, and it is a part of your reality. But I say all of that to say all that foreground, for the idea that everything in this universe starts as a thought, man. And even you, yeah, everything started with a thought. Everything I look around at was all a thought. And even just like grass, I mean, I guess that's a thought too. But trees, like, we didn't create trees, they were here before us. But they're a part of the living mind, a part of the universe. And I really, really like that idea, because it's like, not only is everything around us one with us, but it's also a part of us and a part of the infinite intelligence. It's just manifested in a different form. And I think that's just such a good way to see life, is by not fearing everything around you. Because a lot of times we'll have a perspective and try to keep ourselves safe, but in turn make everything else an enemy. Even the things that are meant to better you are also considered your enemies. So yeah, I feel like it's just about shifting your mind. And a lot of people don't know that they're not living the right way, or caught up in the societal norms, and they forget that, okay, I can change my life simply but just how I think. And I mean, you can't necessarily blame people, because that's not mainstream knowledge. We don't learn about that in school. It's funny, we have a psychology class at school, but they don't teach you how to think, how to leverage your mind to where you can live and appreciate your life. Because if that was the case, then there'd be way less workers. That's another story for another day. Nonetheless, though, as I've been saying, I've been realizing that everything is a product of my thoughts, how I feel, my perspective, the events in my life. And it's not even the fact that the effect of the events, but the cause. And the cause is oftentimes my thoughts and perspective on that. So it's like, think about it like a light illuminating a room. I often use this analogy a lot. You go bring a light in a dark room, now you can see everything. And just with that, just the awareness that you are creating your life actively via your thoughts, and just learning to, I think the big thing is we are quick to entertain every single one of our thoughts because we think it's right, just because it popped into our minds. But I think that's where we go wrong, is trying to believe everything our minds say, because it's not always true, and it's a lot of times for your survival, for the easy way out to, you know what I'm saying, and you're trying to just keep yourself alive. But the mind, the universal mind, or I just put the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Oh, the conscious mind was what I just talked about. But the subconscious mind is like the controller of everything, the real, you know what I'm saying, the water that the boat of the conscious mind is on. So, yeah, man, once you learn to seep into your subconscious mind and bypass your conscious mind, you can really learn to change your life. And that's by repetitive thoughts, by reprogramming yourself with theta waves, like go to sleep or take 10 minutes, if you had 10 minutes in a day, sit there and visualize the life you want to live and think all the thoughts that you want to entertain and that make you feel good. And if you think about it, it's like, damn, we spend so much time in lack and caught up in the things we don't have and all the things of those sorts, that when we do actually give ourselves gratitude and positivity and take a moment to remember, it feels uncomfortable and it feels like, what is this? Because you're so used to the negative. And so it doesn't even matter. Your mind, your subconscious mind, whatever you give it, it don't matter if it's good or bad. It doesn't have any moral compass. It just projects to you and manifests for you what you give it and what you hold, believe, and know. So yeah, man, everything in this universe started as a thought. And I really love the idea that the universe is a living mind. So everything is one, everything is a part, and we're all brain cells, neurons in this universe, a part of this vast network of this mind. And I love talking about things like this, just existential, as the sun comes over the house, existential topics, and just everything revolving the nature of life. That's just my biggest fascination, is loving life for what it is, and just the experience, being able to experience it. And just think this whole video is just coming from my thoughts, coming from, honestly, actually, it's coming from beyond that, because I'm talking to y'all right now, but I'm not necessarily thinking about it. It's just flowing, and that's why I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be, side note. And because I'm not really doing anything, I'm just being, and I'm gaining so much because I'm not expecting. But yeah, man, everything in this universe starts with a thought. So how will you create your life? Just look back on your life, everything you did, everything, how far you came. Even this hoodie I'm wearing, the phone, that all started in somebody's head, a thought they had. So you can't have life-changing thoughts, world-changing thoughts. You just have to act on them, and you can achieve them and make them a part of your reality. Just look back at your life, look at everybody else's life, and tell me why you can't do it. Exactly, you can. I appreciate y'all for watching. Good Girls Gone Bad, the project should be out now. All platforms, I'm talking Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, even music apps that you don't even know about. Even I don't even know about them, the music there. But yeah, man, we gonna keep going up, creating, loving, creating music, videos, all that good stuff, living in the purpose, living from the awareness, and then acting upon that from the thoughts. But yeah, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all. We out. Unlimited.